Welcome to Automate Your Agency. Every week, we bring you expert insights, practical tips, and success stories that will help you streamline your business operations and boost your growth. Let's get started on your journey to more efficient and scalable operations.
All right. So, Elaine, when it comes to hiring, because this is top of mind for us and probably a number of other people out there, there's a couple things that we might think about differently
I'd say so.
that, yeah, well, just in general.
Yeah.
But when it comes to hiring and who we're looking for and the types of people that we're looking for, one interesting thing that maybe we don't call out enough is that a lot of our team members are previous entrepreneurs.
hmm
They have experience with their own business, starting up their own things, going out there and knowing what sales and marketing is like, what they like and dislike about all of that, so that they can better speak to all of that.
hmm
And I mentioned that because one of the things that we do differently is we do not require a college degree.
Yeah, we stopped requiring that over 15 years ago.
Yes.
And we haven't looked back. I honestly, I don't even think about it when we do a
I
job
don't either.
description. It doesn't even occur to me to put that in.
No, doesn't matter.
Well, and what we were noticing is there was little difference between somebody that had a college degree and somebody that didn't when it came to training for the role. So we really were looking for people that had excitement to learn, whether or not they had one or not. So if they had excitement to learn and that they had a desire to teach themselves things.
Yes. I think one of the things that we hear from our team is that we run things differently than they're used to. And I think that speaks to one of the reasons that we considered taking this out and have never looked back. Because the reason that we originally took it out is because we weren't looking for people that just sat there and wanted to be told what to do.
hmm
We
we did
want
see a difference. Yeah.
Yeah, we wanted to find those people, like you just said, that are out there going, I want a job that gives me autonomy. I want a job that gives me freedom to think for myself. And as leaders in this company, we want employees and team members who can think for themselves and come up with unique solutions and come up with new ways of doing stuff and aren't scared of being wrong. And that's what helps us flourish.
Yeah, and what we did is just incorporate more either skills assessments or personality traits into our hiring process so we can say, does this person have trainable skills? And does this person have the right personality for the role? You know, when we're looking at development team, we definitely see this core group of people that really thrive in that. And even in sales and account management, like there's personality types that thrive better in those roles than other ones. Being on calls all day excites me. Being on calls all day for an extreme introvert could be very weary. So, with the hiring process, one of the things that I really vividly remember is we started hiring people and realized really how much training people need, whether they had a college degree or not. And I was top of mind because I was mentioning it to a guy this week at a conference I was at. Is we even trained on when to use reply and when to use reply all. And
Yes, man.
when we were doing social media posts, we had some really, really creative people on our team. But I would notice we were in office most of the time and would notice that they're pecking at their keys. We have 2,000 social media posts a week to write, and you can't type. That's money down the drain right there. And so in the hiring process, we would identify those things. Didn't matter if they had a college degree or not. Actually, the one I'm thinking about top of mind actually did have a college degree, couldn't type. So then that's fine. They're creative, they're strategic, they've got great ideas, great team member. We just need to train on typing. So we pay for a typing class.
So what you're saying is over the time that we've been running businesses, the theory of if you go to college, you are equipped for the workforce in a smaller team, a scrappy startup, all name any kind of popular fun place that you might want to try to work that isn't a large corporation,
hmm
that maybe it's college is not fully preparing everybody for everything. And as founders, owners, team leaders, hiring managers, we need to remember that training is going to happen no matter what. There's not this foolproof plan of let's hire somebody with an Ivy League college degree and suddenly they can be dropped right in
Mhm.
to a role. In some cases, yes.
I mean, I
In
want my
many
lawyers to have
cases,
gone to law school and
yes.
my
Yes, that's
doctors.
a there's definitely and some of the smaller agencies were not hiring Ivy League college degrees, but even a 4-year college degree coming in, that's not it's not the I don't have to train them to do anything. They're gonna be able to answer all the questions. They're gonna know how to a client account manage. They're gonna know how to write every email. They're gonna know how to type. They're gonna know how to do everything that I need in the role that they're hired for is not true.
And Micah, I wanted to point out too that you and I are on very different sides of the spectrum when it comes to formal education.
Yes, that's
So,
true.
Micah, you started your first business when you were 20, I think. You dropped out of art school after your second semester and just went into serial entrepreneurism. For me, I always say I needed more time to grow up and figure life out. So I have two bachelor's degrees and a master's degree, and I'm in that boat. I went into the workforce and I was like, I don't I don't know how to do any of that. You've got to train me.
Yeah. We can cut this out if you don't want to put this in a lane, but I'm thinking PowerPoints,
Yeah.
slide decks, right? When we first started working together, there was a big rift of client ready slide decks. And now it didn't take long, right? But there was some let's get up to speed on how we need to do slide decks early
Oh,
on.
yeah, we don't have to cut that out. You can call me out. I was terrible at it. And actually, I took the lessons that you taught me and I had a whole this is how we build PowerPoints for clients training that I did and templatized a lot to try to keep that from it. But yeah, I needed a lot of help. And I had already had my own company before I worked for you. So we need training, we need to be taught, and a college degree doesn't necessarily tell us one way or the other. So we don't want to leave out those candidates that could be fantastic. And what we did change though is when you initially apply, you have to send a portfolio of
Mhm.
something to do with the position. So when it's a developer, we're looking for, what's something cool that you created? Show us a snippet, show us a recording, do something to show what you have built. If it's in marketing, show us some campaigns you've created. Tell me a story that a part of what you built here. So we added that up front so that we could see what we were looking for in the applicant and know if we should continue with them in the interview process.
And I should probably clarify something to Elaine. Our point is that we took it out of the job ads.
Mhm.
We're not obviously restricting people that have college degrees or
Absolutely.
discriminating in any regard. By taking it out of the job description, it just means that we get the people applying that don't look at a job description or a job ad and go, I don't qualify.
Right. I'm glad you
We
said
want
that.
those people to apply because they may be people like me
Mhm.
that are really
You're not
capable.
hireable.
Well, just theoretically speaking,
Yes, yes. Okay, okay.
that could be creative, may for whatever reason, did not go to college, did not get a degree. It doesn't take them out of the workforce. They're some of the best people that we've hired for certain positions. But
Mhm.
we still get the applicants that have the college degrees, but it just levels the playing field and gives us a more open experience to people.
Yeah. And the only time that alma maters come up is when you're around around a group of people that you notice that are from the same place that you are. When you're in the workforce, you're there getting work done. Nobody's like, "Oh, what's your college? What's your degree?" Oh, okay. One of my favorites is our friend Rusty. His coworker and him went to two very different colleges, and he always goes, "But yet we're here at the same table."
Yep.
And
So
and it
true.
it is. And so, yes, we thrive on having just the best of the best come work for us. We love finding those gems, whether they have a degree or not, and that they're just excited to do the work that we're hiring for. So maybe you can steal our hack and find other great people too.